Hi there, my name is Rachel, and today's practice is called Yoga for Musings. So, of course, our yoga practice is such an important tool for meditation. In and of itself, our yoga practice is a moving meditation. And by developing this skill, it gives us a completely different perspective, not only of the body, but of the mind. If you've ever heard a yoga teacher discuss in a class about dropping into what they call the witness body. It's an experience where, just as we observe the body, make adjustments to the body as we flow through our practice, we can also observe our thoughts with that same impartiality as if we were watching them flow by on a TV screen. This fresh perspective gives us the opportunity to put some distance between ourselves and our thoughts so we can take a moment to decide how we feel about them, or even to just watch and allow the brain to do what it does best, to think and to flow. This can be a wonderful opportunity for us to understand how we truly think and feel, and to also allow the brain to flow in almost a creative way. If this is something you would like to try today, I invite you to join me on the mat. I think a great way to open our class would be in meditation in child's pose. So find the version of child's pose that you feel like is supportive most to you, either with the thighs together or the knees apart. You can drape the torso down on top of the legs or down in between the knees, reaching the arms out towards the top of the mat. And then place the forehead down onto the mat. Feel the ground press in between the eyebrows, that space where the yogis believe houses our third eye chakra, the center of our intuition. With your eyes closed, I invite you to now drop in. Taking it one layer at a time. First, observe the body. How does it feel to be here on your mat in this child's pose? To allow the hips to gently open, the arms to stretch towards the top of the mat, the earth to rise up underneath you to support this space on your forehead. And then a layer deeper, we journey to now the breath as it flows in and out of the nose, down the throat, and in the lungs. And as it empties once again, how is your breath today? Without judging, simply noticing its quality. Is it shallow? Is it full? Is it deep? Is it quick? Without having to change anything, simply noticing. And then likewise, let's drop down in one layer deeper now to the level of the mind. And just as we observed the breath, let's now observe the thoughts. What are the quality of your thoughts today? Where is your mind right now? With that same impartiality that we would have towards cars as they drive past a window, as we look out, or different commercials as they flash by on a TV screen. Same impartiality to our thoughts. The invitation today to be the witness of all that is within and around us, and to hold it all with compassion, with fierce presence. Take an inhale here. And then exhale here. Gently blink your eyes open. Rise up on out of your child's pose gently. Maybe bring the knees back together if they were spread apart. We're going to journey to our bellies, lying flat on the mat. From here, on an inhale, swim those arms behind for airplane wings, or to take a clasp, drawing the knuckles down towards the feet as the tops of those feet press into the mat. On your next inhale, peel the chest up, float the thighs, find your locust pose. Waking up the back body. Take one final inhale here. And then exhale, lower everything to the mat. Give yourself a moment. We'll take one more back bend. You can journey through locust pose once again, or if you'd like to try bow pose, bend the knees and draw the heels towards your seat. This time as you reach the arms behind, grab what you can, either the tops of those feet or the ankles. If you grab the ankles, flex the feet. This time on your inhale, kick those feet into those hands, turning on the quads, and allow that to pull open your chest. Then float the thighs, engage the back muscles as well for bow pose. Locust is also fine here. Take one final inhale, and then exhale. Gently release the body back to the mat. Release the clasp of the hands if you took it. And maybe give your hips a wiggle here as well. Let the lower back release. Draw the hands in line with the chest. Tuck the toes. On an inhale, press up to plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go up and back. Seal those hands down into the mat. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky, drive through the heel. And then exhale, step the right foot through, lower the left knee, and untuck the left toes. So the top of the left foot flat to the mat. From here, take an inhale, lean in over this right knee. The right knee could even go past the right toes as we press the hands into the mat for support. Allow the opening to now come to the top of that left hip. On your next exhale, begin to draw back into what we call half splits. The weight of the body now coming into the left knee as it presses into the mat. Drawing the toes towards the forehead, straightening the right leg. Inhale carries you forward back into your low runner's lunge. Exhale draws you back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, half splits. Inhale back into your low runner's lunge and lift the arms to the sky. Low lunge. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center and begin to lean out. Maybe even as you twist the chest to the right now, you tap the left elbow on the outside of the right knee for a low twisting crescent. Allowing the torso to ring. On your next inhale, carry your arms back to the sky as you pass to the center, low lunge. Exhale, hands plant on either side of the foot. Tuck the back left toes. Step the right toes back to plank. And then exhale, hips go back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg now to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot through, lower the right knee to the mat. Untuck the right toes. And spend a moment here in your low runner's lunge, allowing this knee to bend generously and this opening to come to the top right hip now. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, draws you back to your half splits now on the left side. Maybe this side is different than what we experienced on the right. Observing the body with that interest, that curiosity. On an inhale, bend the left knee, come forward, low lunge. Exhale, draws you back as we flow. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, open through the top right hip. Exhale, open the hamstring. Inhale, come forward into your low lunge. Arms float to the sky, low crescent. Exhale, hands draw to heart center in prayer. Begin to twist the chest now to the left and maybe even tap that right elbow outside of that left knee. Allowing all these organs to ring, all the while the breath. Inhale, pass through center, arms to the sky, and then exhale, hands plant, tuck the right toes, step the left toes back, and then send the hips skyward, downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, lower the knees to the mat. Send the feet out to one side. We'll meet on our backs. Sending both legs out along the length of the mat. Draw the right knee into the chest. Give it a squeeze with both hands. And then carry that the right knee, with the left hand across to the left side of the body. And the right arm out of the shoulder like a T. Maybe even gaze over towards those right fingertips for a supine twist. Taking care of our spine today, especially in these moments of stillness. What do you observe about the body, about the breath, about the mind? Can you allow yourself to be? Can you allow yourself to let go of control of having to fix anything, having to be perfect? To simply allow yourself to show up and to meet yourself with acceptance and compassion. On your next inhale, pass through center. Give that right knee a squeeze and then trade it for your left knee. Send the right leg out long, and then with the right hand, guide the left knee across the body. Left fingertips extend out of the left shoulder. Maybe gaze to the left side of your space. Our brains is such a magical part of our body. This organ, which is designed to think, which is designed for creativity. Such a powerful resource to us. And by practicing dwelling in this witness body, by allowing ourselves to observe our thoughts from this perspective, we find that sometimes the brain, almost as if it were on autopilot, we're able to think on its own. When we let go of control sometimes, when we open up to all the possibilities, sometimes when we find the answers we seek. Kind of like when we focused on a project for so long that now we have the opportunity to take a step back and we come back with a fresh perspective. It's like the answer is clear all of a sudden. This witness body perspective is such a valuable tool to truly open up all of the potential our creative brain has. On your next inhale, pass back through center. Draw both knees into the chest, give them a squeeze, and then release. Allow the legs to draw out long. The palms face the sky, the feet flap open. We find Shavasana. This posture, which so represents this surrender, the opportunity to even sink past this witness body into the very depths of our being. If you have several moments to spend in your Shavasana, I invite you to do so. And when you're ready, we'll meet in a cross-legged seat in your own time, in your own way. Maybe rolling to one side first, to the fetal position, or giving yourself a full body stretch with a big, deep inhale. Meeting here in Sukhasana, easy seat with our hands at our heart and our eyes closed. Namaste. Thank you so much for your practice and your presence. I always love to be able to guide us in these flows together. Until next time, bye-bye.